guys okay? Yeah, oh, the wind blew my that down, the rain pulled it down. Morning. Good morning, boys. Good morning. It is a little bit before 7 o'clock. It's August the 8th, and the rain has just stopped. It has rained off and on all night, so I am very pleased about that. We did have some pretty good little storms up in the night, which means the dogs had me awake for a fair part of it. And then I decided in the middle of the night I needed to go outside and check on the chicks. So I got up and put my raincoat on and and went out and checked on my chicks, which of course were fine. But I just needed to see that for my own self, I guess. Headed over to the barn to meet Susan to ride. I don't know who I'm going to ride today. We'll see when I get there. So, yeah, that's how my morning's starting out. Hope y'all's is doing well too. This morning, and instead of riding, I ended up helping some people. My Achilles tendon is not letting me flex my heel like I need to flex it. So I just went down and petted my girls and gave them some cookies and visited with them for a little bit. And then I helped Susan, and then I ended up, whether they wanted it or not, I helped a couple of the kids because I'm not going to just stand there and not say something. But anyway, so yeah, I guess I just wasn't feeling riding this morning after the night that I had, and I'm ready to get started on lessons and everything again with Denise in the fall. So anyway, so now I've got to head to the feed store and I need cat food and dog food and mini horse food, and the rabbits are good and the chicks should be good. Yeah, so weekly trip to the feed store. Okay, well, I'm home from the barn and home from the feed store, and we've got some storms off to the west, so I'm going to hold off on mowing for a little bit. But I am going to work up the rest of these peaches. I've got the last of these little, these small peaches that I got, and I'm going to make some peach jam out of it. Same thing I did the other day. I'm just letting these go into hot water, and then you can see how easy, after you plunge them into cool water, you can see how easy the peels peel off of them. So that's an easy trick if you're peeling a lot of peaches to do them that way. You don't leave them in the water for very long because you don't want them to start to cook. But you can just see I'm sliding that skin off there with one hand. So it's a nice little trick. So you put them in boiling water for a minute or so, let the skin loosen up, and then you plunge them into ice water. My ice is melted here, but I had some ice in that, so that you can handle them. And then you just peel off the outsides, and then I'll chop these up and put them in my pot here for peach jam. Well, I've got my peaches going here. It is just peaches, and I'm going to put a little bit of sweetener in there and a little bit of salt to bring out the flavor. And now I'm actually going to use some of my homemade vanilla, and I'm going to add just a little bit of it to the peaches and to make some vanilla peach jam. So that's the homemade vanilla like I showed how to make. It's just the vodka and the vanilla beans. So I'm going to let this cook down for a while. I'll stir that in. I'll let this cook down for a while, and the pieces kind of break up a little bit, and then we'll water bath process that. It does have lemon juice in it too to keep the peaches bright and pretty instead of turning color. Okay, well, I have got the peaches on cooking, and I took the scraps out to the chickens. So what I'm going to do now is label the elderberry syrup and then some blackberry jam I had canned earlier, because try as I might, I will never remember what all of these things are. And this is my label maker. Sadly, Fizzy knocked it off the table a few years ago, or a couple years ago, and messed the screen up. So it still works, I just can't see what it says on the screen. So I have to hope for the best. Okay guys, I've been labeling my stuff here. So I'm going to take it in here to my pantry and put it in the shelves. Now, one thing I did like about this house is when my dad built it, he built canning shelves in it for my grandmother that are the perfect size to fit quart jars. So I'll show you my pantry and what I've got started. Okay, so this is my pantry, or my canning pantry, if you want to call it that. Don't have it as full as I would like to have it, but it's getting there. So I've still got some empty jars in here, and I've got a few things like some bee stuff in here. And I don't know why I have a rubber duck in here, but I do. Anyway, I'm going to put my peach pie filling in here and go on and finish up my peach jam. The giant swallowtail. It's over there getting minerals out of the ground. That's called puddling. Ellie. Only the males do that, I think, if I remember right. Okay, I've got 8 half pints plus a jar that's about half full that I'll just stick in the refrigerator. So I'm loading up the canner here. Isn't that pretty stuff? Yep. And I'm loading up the canner here, and it's half pints, so I'm going to run it for 10 minutes or so. On. Where did I put my lid? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Get my lid on and run that for 10 minutes, and then I'll be done with that. There it is, 9 or so half pints of vanilla peach jam. Not bad for about an hour's work. So now I'm gonna head down to my neighbors who apparently have a bumper crop of hot peppers and go pick some peppers. The people that I'm going to get the peppers from have buffalo. Well, I'm down here at my neighbor's place, and I just got through picking over their hot peppers, so I got me a little bit of hot pepper action going on there. Looks like some jalapenos and some cayennes and some Tabascos. So I'll do something with those later this week. The last little project I'm going to work on for this evening in terms of the kitchen is I'm making some soup base. There are some venison bones in here. There's some tomatoes, some onions, garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm making some soup base, and then of course I put a couple of dried chili peppers in there. I'm going to cook this down all evening. Then I'll fish the bones out, and I'll spin this through the food processor to chop this stuff up. Then tomorrow I've got a bunch of vegetables that I need to use up. Some squash, some green beans. I'm going to get some potatoes. I've got some carrots. I've got some zucchini. I'm going to pick some okra, and I'm going to make up some vegetable soup, and I'm going to can that in the pressure canner. Well, the soup base is cooking down, so it'll be ready soon. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to close out here for tonight. I've got to fix myself some supper and edit, put up the podcast episode. So looks like we might maybe get a little bit more rain tonight. I haven't checked the radar in a little bit to see if we've got a lot more coming, but yeah, so if you're watching this and you entered the drawings, I'm going to post a video, or the episode is going to have the winners in it, and I'll get those prizes mailed out. I did contact them through Ravelry and Instagram too. So anyway, I appreciate all the good feedback. Hi, Candy Cat. Yes, kitty kitty. Appreciate all the good feedback about the videos. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. It's good for me to do this, I think, to kind of document what I do day to day. Anyway, so I guess that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. And until I visit with y'all again, be good to each other and take care of each other. And peace out, y'all. Bye.